That was honestly one of the most frustrating games of baseball I've seen in a while, and in this season, that's saying something. Jays lose 3-2 in the final game of a 3-game set against the Cincinnati Reds at Skydome. Yusei Kikuchi was on the mound. He's the Jays' fifth starter, and on the spectrum of possible results that the fifth starter can give you in any given time out, going 4 1/3, giving up 2 runs is among the better ones. I mean, yeah, you'd like him to pitch as well as he did the last 3 times out every single time, but he's the fifth starter, so that's not really all that likely. This is a much more likely outcome for a Yusei Kikuchi start. But honestly, the way the Jays are hitting right now, he gave up 2 runs in the first inning, and I kind of felt like that was the ball game, which is so sad I want to cry. The Blue Jays got 1 bouncing ball single that got through the outfield to score a run with runners in scoring position. That's good. Matt Chapman, you did a thing. That's great. They were able to manufacture a run without the benefit of a hit. Hit by pitch, advance on wild pitch, sac fly, ground out. Gotta run like that. I mean, I guess you have to get runs like that eventually when you're scuffling like this team is. But it's not like 1 guy didn't have it today. It's not like 6 guys didn't have it today, or even 8 guys. It was the whole lineup, y'all. The whole lineup didn't have it today. And Cincinnati was trying to lose this game. Defensive miscues, botched plays, walks, wild pitches. They were doing everything in their power to lose this game. And the Blue Jays lost it harder. That's all it was. This was not a team achieving victory. This is one team losing harder than the other team. That's all that happened here. You go through a couple weeks of a bad stretch, okay, it's a bad stretch. You go through a month, that's a big slump. So what do you call it when it's a quarter of the season? When for a quarter of the season, your big bats in your lineup haven't been able to deliver. Your secondary bats have been ice cold the whole time. This is largely the same lineup as last year. It's the same hitting coach, the same league that you're facing basically. Not a whole lot has changed here. But suddenly this team can't hit with runners in scoring position, and it's been 41 games. That's a quarter of the season. Now, the walls aren't caving in. This is a 4-2 homestand, right? You can't ever really say the walls are caving in at a 4-2 homestand. And it's still May. There's still 3/4 of the season left to go. Maybe we'll all look back on these times and have a good laugh. But the way it is right now, I mean, the Blue Jays are leaving a lot of wins on the table. A lot. If this team is even average offensively, if this team is even 60% of the offensive team it was last year, I think they're 4, 5, 6 wins better. With the kind of pitching they're getting right now, I mean, the pitching staff is going to go through a rough spell. Right now, they're amazing. They're not going to be amazing for the full 162. So when the pitching starts going mediocre, starts giving up 5, 6 runs a game for a couple weeks, is the offense going to be able to keep up with that? And right now, it's a laughable no! If the pitching can stay the way it is, they might be able to eke out some wins and might be able to keep their head above water. But how long is that going to last? Best case scenario, the hitters turn it around in a big hurry and the Blue Jays can start putting wins in the bank. Medium case scenario is the hitters put it together just at the same time as the pitching staff loses it and we start losing games 8-7. But I have this nagging fear somewhere in the depths of my stomach that this team is going to start to get hit around and the offense will just have no answer. During the game, I saw the scoreboard and it said 16-0 St. Louis over Pittsburgh, and St. Louis is Toronto's next opponent. Those guys can score runs. Boy, they make it look easy. The Blue Jays make scoring runs look real hard, but St. Louis seems to have it figured out. So if our pitching staff can hold firm, and it's Barrios and Gausman against those guys, so if we can hold firm, we might be able to win those games. But if they even slide back to 70% of effectiveness against a very hot-hitting team, we're just going to get crushed. And when things start to go south, and when the pitching staff starts to falter a little bit, and it will happen because it's 162 games, it's Murphy's Law. Anything that can happen will happen, and that's what the point of the 162 game schedule is, that real talent levels are going to be borne out over time, but there's going to be good stretches and there's going to be bad stretches. One day soon, the pitching staff is going to have a bad stretch, and when that happens, I think the Blue Jays are going to regret leaving games like today's on the table, because they're going to be looking around at their record, watching themselves sink, and wishing they'd given themselves more of a cushion while their pitching was incredible, because right now, this was a very frustrating game. Okay, that's it. Nothing else to say about this one. We win the series, that's good. We do it in a really dispiriting way and then lose this game in an extremely frustrating way. So we win the series, but I leave feeling discouraged. And now we go on a really tough road trip. St. Louis and then Anaheim, who are killing it right now. So man, just It never gets any easier. This was the easy one. This was the gimme. And they left it on the table. Cincinnati tried to give it to them. And they left it on the table. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching this channel. Sorry it was a downer for this episode, but thank you very much for watching it anyway. I will see you tomorrow night for the start of a little mini-series in St. Louis. Jose Barrios going for the Blue Jays. Hopefully he can continue his recent trend of positive success, because we're going to need it. We're going to need it. See you then.